Hello, my name is Julie Lawson, BEM. I run Julie Lawson Community Events, CIC, which is a not-for-profit company where all the funds I raise go back into my local community. I like to help people with Alzheimer's, dementia, autism and those who are socially isolated as well. I set this up because there was nowhere for my parents to go or to be when they were both in care homes with Alzheimer's and dementia. And I just thought we just needed to set things up to do things for these people in the community, and the money should go local rather than national. So what I do is I do an afternoon once a month in our local cinema called The Plaza, and we have a Live at the Plaza variety show where we put acts on, comedians on, and we have a full 2-hour variety show. The tickets are subsidised at the moment of £4, and we get circa 250 people each month into the cinema for this lovely 2-hour show, and we serve cake at half time to them, and we have them dancing and singing, and it makes for a lovely afternoon. I also do an afternoon on the Pride of Sefton, which is a barge which sails from this hotel. It goes out through the loch, along up into in front of the Three Graces, through the Royal Albert Dock and up to Brunswick and back. It's a 3-hour round trip, and we serve afternoon tea with copious teas, coffees, water, juices, and we have a live singer on board where we all sing and dance and have fun. And it's been a very emotional journey watching people come on who are very quiet and haven't spoken for a while, and it's amazing how music brings them out of their shell. And we've had people up dancing and singing, and loved ones in tears because they haven't seen them interact like that in a long while. The trips cost me around £350 to do, and that is totally 100% subsidised. I don't charge people for coming on board. I just think that they need something in their life to look forward to, a memory for the loved one to go forward with. I also do Ayuthaya fundraising Sundays, which is in our local Thai restaurant. And what we do is we have a 3-course meal and live entertainment on a Sunday afternoon between 1 and 4, and that costs £25 per person. The last full year before lockdown, we actually raised £15,700 for different charities over a 12-month period from January to December. A lot of that did go to major charities, and then I've made a decision that any future income from the Ayuthaya fundraising Sundays, the money will be spent locally. I decided to do the ball for 4 charities on this occasion. The first charity was Healing Little Hearts, and I'd seen Dr. Ram on the TV on numerous occasions for the local hospital when the TV crews have gone in, and we became friends on Facebook, and then I seen him go out to third world countries to save children's lives.
Hello, my name is Ram Danapneni. I'm a consultant heart surgeon at Alzheimer's Children's Hospital. I'm also the lead surgeon and trustee for the Healing Little Hearts charity. Healing Little Hearts is a small UK registered charity, but with big global presence. The charity was started about 15 years ago. The primary purpose of the charity is to send over, especially the NHS volunteers, doctors, surgeons, nurses, to places in the world where there are no facilities for cardiac surgery for children, or where the parents cannot afford treatment. The charity has so far operated in 3 continents in about 14 countries and performed more than 2,400 operations for free for children in Asia, Africa and Eastern Europe. The situation in developing and poorer countries is really heartbreaking. We are so lucky in this country that we have the NHS. We have the best specialists in the country. And most importantly, the parents only need to worry about the health condition of the child, but they do not need to worry about whether they can afford an expensive heart surgery or not. The situation is completely different in developing countries. First of all, there are no facilities or hospitals in many places where they can perform these surgeries. And secondly, even if they are available, mostly in private sector, where the poor and lower middle class parents cannot afford these surgeries. The result is that, as we know as medical expert, thousands of children die each year with heart defects, and who can be saved with providing timely operations. And that's where Healing Little Hearts makes a huge difference by sending out trained volunteers from UK, NHS and other European countries. How we operate is that we depend for our funds on kind people like you, that people who donate money. We use that to transport a team of specialists. We call the missions as camps. Each camp lasts for about a week. We assimilate about 10 volunteers, surgeons, cardiologists, intensive care doctors and nurses. Each camp costs for Healing Little Hearts about 6,000 to 7,000 pounds. And each camp, on an average, we perform about 10 to 12 operations. So, each 600 pounds raised in UK will save a life somewhere in the world. Thanks to the kindness of Julie Lawson. She's a wonderful lady who works tirelessly for the community and beyond. Like Julie, we have many volunteers who want to go and work and save lives. But what we need is people like you to send us over to Africa and Asia. Life is precious and children are our future. Thousands of children in developing countries and poorer countries die because of heart defects. And those lives can be saved by sending out teams to those places. 600 pounds raised in this country can directly translate to saving a life somewhere in Africa or India, in some other country. I hope you enjoy the night, and I hope you dig deep into your pockets to help all these charities who are beneficiaries tonight.
So the second charity is the Woodlands Hospice, which is based in Aintree Hospital in Liverpool, within the grounds. It's a very forward-thinking, diverse hospice, where our friend's son, Stephen Knight, passed away in March 2020 of bowel cancer. He was only in his 40s. And that affected us and our family so much because it's our close friend's son.
Oh, hiya. My name's Elaine Pugh, and I'm in a very privileged position. I manage the patient family services here at Woodlands. Woodlands is probably the best kept secret in North Liverpool. It's such an amazing, inspiring place to be. I work with fantastic colleagues, and our aim is to provide emotional support for patients and their families and their children. We provide practical help, and we also have complementary therapies as well. So it's a very holistic, person-centred support we provide. We do tours around the hospice because I think a lot of people think of it being a doom and gloomy place when actually it's very bright, it's vibrant, and it is full of life. So we will do tours. If people want their hair doing or they want to go to the gym, and people go to the gym in the hospice, but we do, and we have it sort of tailored for that person needs really. With the tours, we try and ensure that people know they can go anywhere in the hospice. The hospice is our community's hospice, and it's important that people get the most out of it. So along with that, we have a complementary therapist, which is amazing. It's almost like a little spa. and we have mindfulness sessions, because at a time when you're coming into hospice, or your family is, your head might be full of all kinds of stuff, and it's just gentle techniques to teach you to relax. Or you can have a lovely massage aromatherapy. I mean, as you can imagine, with the services we provide, both on the inpatient unit, and we also go out into the community as well, because that's another important thing. There's lots of patients who are immobile, they can't get out of the bed, they're not able to come into the hospice, so we will take our service outside too. And we will support with emotional support, and it could be, you know, that a person just needs to talk about their fears, or they want to protect the family and say things to us that perhaps they're not going to say to their family. All of this comes at a cost, as you can imagine, and for us to keep going, it costs £4,000 a day, and that is vital for us to continue these services, which we feel make such a huge difference to families. Another part of our service is making sure that the family is okay. When your loved one's so poorly and coming towards end of life, your emotions can be all over the place, and it's important that you know that the hospice team are here for you too. During COVID, Julie kindly was fundraising behind the scenes for the hospice for a project we were doing, and it was called the Chatty Bench Project. And the idea of the bench was that if anyone ever went and sat on the bench, we knew that they'd want to have a social chat. It was just a chance to talk. For some people, they actually wanted to talk about the person they loved, but they wanted to talk to someone outside their family. So Julie kindly took up the reins with her friends and raised money for the Chatty Bench. And I've got to say, it's been amazing, because the difference it makes, we have volunteers who man the bench. So we make sure that people who sit on the bench will always have company. And it's just something so small, but has made such a huge difference. So Julie, I'd like to say, you know, a big thank you for that, because not only do we raise the money, we have the bench in situ, and it's making such a huge difference. And can I just say, Julie, you've made a huge difference to our hospice, to the people of North Liverpool. You're making a difference to the staff, who, in my eyes, you know, I work with such an inspirational and amazing staff every day, a dedicated team, but we could not do it without people like you, Julie. So, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to you, and to all your guests this evening, who have paid so much money and are raising so much money to help Woodlands. Thank you for choosing Woodlands, Julie.
The third charity is Alzheimer's, in memory of my mum and dad, and my grandma, aunties and uncles on my dad's side that have all died of Alzheimer's.
Hello, I'm Chantal Day, and I am the community fundraiser for Merseyside and Cheshire with the Alzheimer's Society. Alzheimer's Society is the UK's leading dementia charity. We provide life-changing support for people living with dementia, their families and their carers as well. We invest in research to hopefully find a cure. In the UK, someone develops dementia every 3 minutes, and currently there is over 850,000 people living with dementia. We campaign for change, making sure that people living with dementia's voices are at the forefront of what we do. Just £9.30 can begin someone's Dementia Connect journey with a phone call with one of our advisors. Just £1,500 puts a dementia advisor on the road for a whole year, helping people navigate through their diagnosis. Just £15 turns 4 ordinary citizens into dementia friends, supporting and reducing the stigma that comes with living with dementia. We offer many services for people living with dementia, their families and their carers. We have our Dementia Connect line, an advisory line that is available 24/7 round the clock for support. We also have our sessions such as Singing for the Brain, utilising the power of music to help bring back memories for people living with dementia, and our Dementia Cafes, a place where families and friends of people living with dementia can come together and experience the support of other people in similar situations to them. By Julie choosing to support Alzheimer's Society, No words can describe how much it means to us and people living with dementia and their families. By standing together and uniting as one, we aim to reduce the stigma of living with dementia and find a cure. Together we will beat dementia. Thank you so much, Julie, for all your support. Fundraising is a key part of what we do here at the Alzheimer's Society, and without the support of Julie and other supporters, we would not be able to do the work that we do day to day. Aside from our staple events such as our memory walks, glow walks, dinner for dementia and bake for dementia, uniting and standing in solidarity to help beat dementia is why we are here. So please dig deep and help us change a life. Every hour of every day, that is what at the Society we aim to do.
So the fourth charity is my own CIC. Again, as I explained earlier, it's for people with Alzheimer's, dementia, autism, those who are socially isolated. And I need funding to go forward with my projects. A lot of my projects are very cheap to attend, or they don't cost anything to attend for some of the people who can't afford it. So it's imperative that I fundraise and fundraise and fundraise to keep those activities going for those people. And finally, I'd like to thank my husband Ron and my son Neil. Without your love and support, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing today. I love you both dearly. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Please dig deep. Please enjoy all the lovely entertainment and everything we have for you this evening. Come and say hello. I'll be round to see you all. And thank you all for being here.